What is up, my friends? It is Wednesday evening's Anfield Agenda news roundup, and as always, I'm going to take you through the very latest stories around Liverpool Football Club, which include the record breaker that is Virgil van Dijk. We're going to be asking, are Liverpool really the favourites for Alexander Isak's signature, and how bad is this injury to Curtis Jones? That and a few other bits and pieces over the course of the next few minutes, but as always, you know the score. We want to know your thoughts, so do let us know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and of course don't forget to help us out on a road to 300,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button. So let's get straight into it. And our captain Virgil van Dijk, 35 is the number. 35 victories for Virgil van Dijk in 50 Champions League appearances for Liverpool, the joint most by any player for the Reds through their first 50 games. So congratulations to Virgil on another great display, and of course Liverpool for another win, keeping us perfect. 7 wins from 7 in this season's Champions League, and a chance to make that 8 from 8 against PSV Eindhoven next week. Right, moving on, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring you to Joshua Kimmich next. Florian Plettenberg over in Germany is saying that Joshua Kimmich is taking his time to decide on his contract situation. Max Erbel is determined to keep him at Bayern, and there's still concrete interest from England and Spain, notably Manchester City and Barcelona. But Florian Plettenberg does say Liverpool, as confirmed by close sources, is not currently pursuing him, partly because the club is overstaffed in central midfield, which I very much disagree with, by the way. The trend points towards an extension with FC Bayern, so I think this is one that we can start to say isn't going to happen for Liverpool, and that's no huge surprise to me. Curtis Jones, so last night he went off at half-time, and it was not a pre-planned substitution. The one for Gravenberch to come off, the manager did say yes, that one was preordained, but this one, it looks as if he's taken a knock. You've probably seen he basically did the splits during the game, and we all felt that pain at that moment in time. We don't know how bad or how serious this injury may be, but I'm sure we will hear it from Arne Slot. Going into the game against Ipswich at the weekend probably means you're going to see Dominic Szoboszlai come back into that midfield. But I tell you what, I wouldn't half mind seeing Harvey Elliott get a run out. Very impressive for me last night when he came on and was your Anfield Agenda man of the match as well. I know Mohamed Salah got it from the TV company, but I do agree. I thought Elliott was brilliant when he came on, so let's wait and see what happens here, and hopefully Curtis Jones isn't out for too long. Again, the manager speaking about workloads on players, and ironically, Arne, that's why we could do with a midfield signing. So also on Conor Bradley, he came off towards the end of the game, and the managers basically come out and said what I thought was the case. Conor, the idea was to play 90, but in the end, you could see it was more tough and tough for him in terms of workload. So you don't want to take the risk of him getting injured in the last few minutes like what happened against Real Madrid. And that's why the manager ended up bringing Trent AlexanderArnold off the bench. Again, sensible stuff if you have any concerns about a player's workload. And I'm sure he would have had people in his ear as well telling him that Conor Bradley was looking a little bit jaded. Right decision to take him off and bring Trent on for that last few minutes. Now, the exciting part of the video. Liverpool best placed for incredible ISAK transfer is the story from Football Transfers. They say Liverpool are among the most persistent suitors of Newcastle star Alexander Isak, and is the side best positioned to agree a deal in the future. Now, we do know that Newcastle have admitted themselves that they are a club that may have to sell a big player occasionally to bring in more money. The one step back for two step forward kind of mantra. He scored 15 goals and had 5 assists so far in 20 Premier League outings this season. And he is one of the forwards that Liverpool are looking at according to this piece. Now the stumbling block here could be El John's wallet. £150 million was the number that Newcastle were quoting people. I don't know if that'll drop, but I think, look, I love Isak. I think you probably do as well. But looking at him over the course of a season, I would be concerned about him picking up a knock or two. But if we were to move on Darwin Nunes and bring in Isak, would I be upset about it? I'd be upset that Darwin hasn't worked out because, to be honest, we all like Darwin. But would I think it's a fair trade? Yes. Would I think it's an upgrade? Yes, in all honesty, I probably would. Diogo Jota, though, was another one that I'm starting to have some concerns over. He came back, played a short period of time again, and now is out with a niggle, was the initial diagnosis. But now we're being told that he's overworked or put too much workload on one particular muscle. And it just doesn't look like his body is set for the rigours of 60, 70 games a season, or how quick games come when you're playing for Liverpool. So not sure really what's going on there. But I want to know in the comments, how serious do you think this interest is from Liverpool? How realistic is it that Liverpool could come in and get ISAK. Now, if we got 70, 65 million pound for Darwin Nunes and the price came down for Alexander Isak and it was something closer to 100 million, maybe John will open the wallet. I don't know. Maybe this is part of a master plan. Maybe this is what the holding their nerve thing is on about. But I'm a little bit dubious about it until I see it. But I'd take it, so I want to know in the chat if you guys would as well. A little bit here from a story coming out of Sport Witness that said, Arne Slot eyes Anis Haj Musa. This piece says that Liverpool is making interest known in the Feyenoord forward. The pursuit is being led by Arne Slot, according to this piece. Goes on to say that the Liverpool boss is very keen on the Algerian, who has been leading the line at Feyenoord since Slot left. Obviously, Jimenez, another player there at Feyenoord that's still there. Liverpool is closest to the 22-year-old, and a deal could be finalised for around about €12 million. I know nothing about this guy, so I'm relying on you guys in the chat once again to let me know on this guy. Is he good enough? I mean, Algerian, so straight away you're thinking he would be a player that would be gone for the AFCON when that's on. Of course, Mohamed Salah as well. But it may be a name to keep an eye on. Once it's cheap, I believe it's possible with Liverpool, specifically with John as the owner. So let me know your thoughts. And then the final thing I have for you guys today is a potentially massive story coming that doesn't really involve Liverpool, but does involve the title race. Sky Sports News have said, breaking, Nottingham Forest are ready to make a club record offer for Wolves forward Matheus Cunha. Now look, he's a player that has lots of admirers throughout many fan bases, but this is a real statement of intent here from from Forest. They're going out there to try and cement their place, not just in the top four, but towards the title race. And I'd love to see some of this from our owners, because the vibes that we're hearing are, we're going to hold our nerve. And I think that means we're rolling the dice to hope we don't get an injury, and then we'll do our business in the summer. That would mean pretty much a whole year without a real incoming to the squad. Yes, you can talk about Chiesa, but we haven't seen much of him yet, and that one certainly feels opportunistic. So, Matheus Cunha, let's wait and see. I mean, Arsenal could yet come in for him as well, because they're in need of a forward. But let me know your thoughts. Cunha to Forest, is it going to happen? I don't know. It feels like a weird one, but let's wait and see. So, ladies and gentlemen, the good news, at least I hope it is that we will be back tonight at 8:45 for the late night agenda, where there's a big story developing around Trent Alexander-Arnold and his future. We're just trying to get more information on it before we bring it to you tonight. So make sure you join us at 8:45. Also, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. And of course, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate your support. And I'll see you guys tonight at 8:45, where all will be revealed. Until then, have a good day. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.